Buongiorno, buongiorno. Oggi siamo in pochi, ma tutti i laboratoristi stiamo tutti ancora facendo spettacolo e quindi evidentemente ci raggiungeranno magari strada facendo e comunque iniziamo questa ultima giornata di incontri e parliamo oggi, incontriamo Franck Chartier, fondatore nel 2000 con Gabriella Carriso della compagnia Peeping Tom. Per me è particolarmente interessante e divertente perché lo scorso anno ho fatto un incontro con Gabriella che mi ha raccontato il suo punto di vista sulla storia della compagnia, sul percorso che hanno fatto e sulla creazione, sulle loro creazioni, e quindi quest'anno posso integrare l'altra faccia della medaglia e comunque ampliare le mie conoscenze. Abbiamo visto lo spettacolo 32 Riu van der Branden, l'ho detto bene adesso, ha detto Frank che l'hanno fatto apposta per mettere in difficoltà i giornalisti, deve essere difficile da pronunciare. Abbiamo visto lo spettacolo, uno spettacolo pieno di suggestioni, pieno di spunti, sui quali naturalmente interrogheremo e chiederemo lumi a Frank. Al quale però come prima domanda chiederei proprio di raccontarsi, di raccontare il suo percorso, di raccontare come è avvenuto questo incontro e quali sono stati i primi passi della compagnia Peeping Tom.
Okay, thank you to invite me. And we meet with Gabriela, we meet with Alain Platel. We was in a creation of It's of Bach of Alain Platel in 1998, I think. And we meet there, and then the work of Alain Platel, I don't know if you know, in this time, maybe it changed a bit, but in this time, he really left the place for the dancer to create what he wants. And the dancer puts what he wants on stage. The dancer chooses. It's really confronting because the regisseur asks you, do you want it like this or you want it like this? You have the responsibility to, and if you touch this kind of work, after you can't come back to work with somebody because you know so much what you like and what you don't like, then you don't. Then we meet with Gaby in this ambience of working, and then after it, when we finish the piece, It's of Bach with Alain, we decide with Gaby to make a company, and we make the first piece. It was in a mobile home, and the audience turned around, and we was 5 inside the mobile home. The idea of this, the scenario was. In the end, it was not like this, but we was the child of David Bowie, the child that he made like this, and we all have eyes different, and we meet on internet, and we decide to rent a mobile home to meet each other for the first time. Then we was the 5 child of David Bowie. It was the first scenario. After the piece was different, but it was the first idea of the first piece we made. Une vie inutile, in the mobile home. And then after we continue, we make the trilogy, le jardin, le salon, le sous-sol. That was in a house, a trilogy in a house, alive. Because the last part, le sous-sol, it was, we were all dead. And all the family was dead and just talk. We create our death world. And what is the death for us? Then we take time to think about it. And of course, if you're dead, you don't have fears anymore. The reason doesn't exist. And then you can say everything to the other very nicely, also if it's horrible. We create really a new atmosphere. And the set was an apartment with hearse coming down. All the piece, the hearse going down. And there is the apartment is full of hearse. It's like 60 centimeters of hearse. Then the door are really small. All the table is under the hearse. And we was dancing for 1 hour 30 in this hearse coming in this apartment. And
Just a second.
Sorry, I go too fast. Sorry.
Un poco di calma, se no ci racconti tutto adesso. Sveliamo le cose lentamente, facciamo quindi un passo indietro. Tra l'altro ti devo chiedere di parlare un pochino più lentamente per la traduzione.
Okay, sorry. Sorry.
Allora, la trilogia della famiglia, 2001-2007, spettacoli importanti che vi hanno fatto conoscere in tutto il mondo. E appunto al centro questo tema che ci stavi già raccontando, no? Delle relazioni tra parenti, relazioni familiari. E nel salon c'è questo bellissimo passo a due di un bacio lunghissimo, che è quasi un piano sequenza cinematografico di grande suggestione, di grande bellezza, un tema poi che ritornerà, ma affronteremo tra poco il rapporto con il cinema. Volevo chiederti però invece perché tornare proprio all'archetipo della famiglia, perché indagare come primo passo e così approfonditamente questo argomento.
The family, yeah, it's interesting. I don't know, family, for us it's touched us because maybe we live in Belgium, but Gabriela, she's from Argentina, then she don't see the family anymore, very one time a year. Me also, I'm French, it's very close, but it's the same. In fact, I don't go so much to see my family. And then maybe we miss the family, I don't know, maybe then we like to talk about family. Also family, I think it's, also in 32 we talk a lot, in this piece we talk a lot, the subject was, it's interesting how in a family, how you stay close to your family. For example, Gabriela, there are 3 sisters in the family, and she's the younger one, and she's the more far away. The first child is very close to the parents, the second is like 100 kilometers, and Gabi, she's 10,000 kilometers. Me is a bit the same in my family. We are 5, and the first one, he lives in front of my mother, the second 20 kilometers, 70, 100, and me 500. And we were thinking why the first one has to be close and the last one has to be far away. I don't know, family is very interesting, all the power of the family and I think the influence that we have with the mother, the father, the taboo. In this trilogy, we really want to talk about taboo. So the salon, for example, we imagine this salon, it was a bit this kind of, the world, they saw maybe 200 years of history of this family. Then they saw a lot of things, and we don't know because there is taboo in the family, we don't know. Then it was this, we started the creation of with Le Salon to what the world saw, all the history of this family, they saw, but we don't know maybe because this part we don't want to. Then we was really interested by the taboo, and then in the end, in the middle of the creation, we go in the other direction, but in the beginning we really, the taboo for us was really interesting, family taboo.
Ecco, c'è una caratteristica della compagnia molto bella che forse viene anche da Platel, ma su questo voglio chiedere, cioè la voglia di comunque raccontare storie, cioè la narrazione. Una narrazione che parte da ambienti, appunto, da un set sempre molto reale, sempre molto concreto e che poi però esplode o nella violenza o nell'onirico o nel lato oscuro delle relazioni. Noi siamo abituati a una danza spesso molto astratta, no? Antinarrativa, l'arte forse meno narrativa per eccellenza. Invece del vostro teatro la narrazione è un elemento portante. Perché?
When we was creating with Alain Platel, It's of Back with Gabi, directly we become really close because we want to create more deep stories. And I remember Alain tried to stay really open, that all the audience can see what he wants to see. But we want to go more precisely. In each situation, we really want to go deeply. And I remember, it's for this, after when we create Peeping Tom, we really need a realistic situation, realistic. We start the creation with the sets, we start with the sets. We know that we are in this mobile home, because we are the child of David Bowie, or we know that we are the family, and then and the grandmother is there, and then she's gonna go, the nurse gonna take them, and we like to start with really realistic story. For us, it's more inspiring and more also for the dance, because we are dancers. Huh? For the dance, it's also nice for us to, okay, you can look for nice movement or new movement or abstract, but if we see the man or the woman behind, if we see what he think, the thought is we call it la pensée en mouvement, the thought in movement. If you can follow the thought of this woman, of this man, what he think now when he move, then for us we are happy, and this is the way also for us to tell a story, yeah, to go more deep with words. Also, we use some words to go more deeply in the story. It's true that now it's in dance world is not so fashion to off. Yeah, it's more. We don't put stories like this, but we I don't know. We like cinema, maybe, I don't know. We thought really, for example, this piece 32. We really want that the audience feel that they are in a movie. We really work with it. We really work. Say, okay, let's start a movie with a scenario with these people. They live there. The two foreigners arriving, and we really try to make it like a movie with the effect of the light or the sound or the narration. Yeah, we like to talk more precisely about people and.
Il cinema insieme alla clownerie, insieme alla postmodern dance, insieme al teatro, insieme al circo, insieme al contact, contribuisce a creare il vostro stile e la vostra poetica. Allora, questo sincretismo, questa curiosità di mettere assieme stili diversi, da che cosa scaturisce?
I don't know. It's complicated. It's true that because we want to go deep in a story, that we need actors. Then we ask, for example, in the trilogy, Simon Versnel. He was with Knit Company in the past. We ask him because also, I think if we, for example, in Le Sous-Sol, we have our grandmother on stage. She was 82 years old. We have our child in Le Salon. Uma was 1 year, and she danced until 5 years with us. I think we have 4 generations on stage, for example, in Le Salon. For us, it was also interesting to look for, to see a beautiful dancer, amazing technique, unbelievable. You're like, wow, what he's made, this guy, he's crazy. And then you see also an old man doing the same, maybe, or try to move, and the beauty of the non-dance also for us, it's really interesting, and to confrontate this, it gives contrast also to see a non-dancer moving, and then if he feel free and happy, then it's beautiful. And the dance normally it's really beautiful body, muscle, 25 years old. But yeah, we like, for example, Maria. She was 82 years and she danced and sang Michael Jackson, and it was amazing to see her dancing and singing Michael Jackson at 82 years, you know. And or in the new piece, for example, Leo, he's 76 and he sing "Wild Is the Wind," Nina Simone. It's beautiful to see an old man singing so beautifully. I think if you bring, if you use like this, if you use the more human, more the fragility of the human, of the age or the body, or if you choose not the dancer 25 years or tuk, then is more rich, is more. And for example, we use the mezzo soprano from the beginning. Eurydice Double, she's from the beginning with Peeping Tom. She's amazing mezzo-soprano. She was really classical, operatic mezzo-soprano. And she sing Bob Marley, or she sing, you know, we push her to sing some stuff like this. And then we put them, they have a place in the piece, they have a character, they have a character very specific. then in the end, we don't see that she's the mezzo-soprano, or we don't see that Simon is an actor because he dances, or we don't see just that he's a dancer because he talks. After we try to make a story that we don't see the border, she's the mezzo, she's the actor. We tell us, this is the principal stuff, we make a story, and then after everybody sing or act or dance, this is the idea.
Ecco, ma a questo punto come si definiscono i personaggi? Avete già un'idea del personaggio inizialmente quando state elaborando il progetto, o i personaggi si creano strada facendo?
Yeah, it depends. Normally we have a vague idea. For example, Le Salon, we was all this family there, then there was our grandmother, the father, our child on stage. Then we know that we are one family. Then the character was more, and the mezzo-soprano, she was the intendant of the house. Then we know more or less the character, but depend. For example, also Simon, for example, in Le Salon, he want to play a travesty, a woman. No, he want to play a woman, and he travesty for 2 months of creation. He tried to. Different woman, a long dress, doesn't work. We try a lot of scene and we don't find something special. And then his father died after 2 months in the middle of the creation. His father died. He arrived in the studio. He was for 1 week. He was like this, super depressed. And I said, okay, Simon, if you want, don't come. Or I don't know. He said, okay, no, I'm gonna play my father. One day, I'm gonna play my father before he died. Okay. And then suddenly everything he made, all the composition he made was in the piece was amazing. It was super touching, super strong, because it was real. He passed the last 6 months with his father before he died, and he saw a lot of terrible things. And then he put it on stage, in the studio, and was super strong. All the material he made was on the piece. We don't choose everything, but. Then sometimes, we start with a character and then doesn't work, and it changes a bit. But it's true that more or less in the beginning we have a bit an idea. For example, now the next piece is in a retired house, a house for old people. I don't know the name in English, retired house or retirement house. Thank you. Then we know that, okay, there will be old people there, of course, maybe nurse, maybe the directors of the house, family coming, we know more or less what is the possibility, but everything is open. Maybe we're gonna discover a cleaning woman appearing there, and maybe she will be the first main character, I don't know, but we start with more or less a bit something, and then we see after during the creation what's happened, what's gonna go out. Because normally, in this case, it's the father that is the more important. But.
Alex ci ha suggerito una domanda che stiamo facendo più o meno a tutti gli artisti, no? Cioè, la pagina bianca, come vi comportate di fronte alla pagina bianca, da che cosa quindi partono queste intuizioni, da che cosa arrivano le suggestioni per creare uno spettacolo, e qual è poi il processo creativo, qual è il metodo, se c'è un metodo di lavoro della compagnia Peeping Tom.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. After 12 years, we have a bit a method. It's a bit hard to say this because if we say this, then it's close the wall, and because it's nice if we open it a bit. But more or less, yeah, we start with the set. This is really important for us. We know where we are. We start with the maquettes. We make a decor. Then we make, for example, 32. We have exactly the same decor. We make a maquette with the snow, the perspective to see far away the mountains, the sky. Then we start the first day with the maquette. Everybody look and say, okay, maybe if you want, you can leave this mobile. Okay, and then we talk a bit 2-3 days about possibilities, the thema, because the thema was for the 32 was this village very far away with no TV, no no influence world, external influence. Then the village was really specific and with the rules, and we want to create very specific village, you know, a micro society really. Then we have some words like this, like a village, a micro society, abandoned village, or and we have also a movie. We start with, for example, this piece. We all look the movie La Balade de Narayama. I don't know if you saw it. It's a Japanese movie that won Cannes in '83 or '86, I think, the La Palme d'Or at Cannes. It's a very strong movie, and it's also a village not abandoned, sorry, a village very far away in the mountain in Japan, in Middle Age, with all their rules, they have a very specific rules because they are really isolated. Then we want a bit to recreate this village like this, really isolated, and really then we can look 1, 2, 3 movie. We can more or less is this. We know where we are. We don't know who we are, but we know where we are. And then we start to the technique of creation that we have is we call it composition. It's not improvisation. It's a bit of improvisation, but we call it composition because we give thema. For example, we know that this couple. We know a bit that she's beautiful, and we know that he gonna be he's violent with her. For example, we want a bit something like this for 32, for example. Then we're gonna give thema, give some direction, and then they go 10 minutes and they think a scene. They go away alone and they think something, good idea. We ask for good idea every time. Huh? Then they come back after 10 minutes and they have to show to everybody. 10 minutes, it can be 30 minutes if it's more dance, because dance take more time to look for original or new or something strange. Then theatrical is more for the afternoon. Also morning we do dance, afternoon more theatrical.
Quindi, interrompo un secondo, devono mostrare buone idee, pardon, excuse me, sorry, buone idee in termini di creazione coreografica. Cosa mostrano questi danzatori? Una creazione di una sequenza di movimenti, oppure oggetti, oppure idee, oppure testo, oppure parole, oppure altre immagini?
Yeah. We start the morning with the dance, and in the afternoon, because it's after eating, it's hard to move in general. Then we prefer to make the siesta, but then we make more theatrical. Then it's more relaxing for the body. Also, because we ask for the movements, we like really extreme movements. We like to really go extreme. Then it's quite hard for the dancers. You can do 7 hours by day like this. It's impossible. Then we do the morning like this, the dance, and the afternoon the theatrical. Then the idea that the thema, the compo we give them is an idea. The morning is going to be danced. Then it's going to be look for. We give a thema. Try to put your bones out of your body. Then all the things are gonna. Then they go 30 minutes and they look for movements. They try to put their bones out of their body, you know. And then they come back after 30 minutes and they show. After we have the system, we call it tickets. It's once something it's interesting, we put 1 croissant, you know, nice. When it's really nice, we put 2 croissants, and when it's really amazing, we put 3 croissants. When it's 3 croissants, it's a ticket. Then we make a ticket and we call it, Maria, she made this, it's amazing, ticket, check. And then normally, and then in the afternoon, we do the same system with theatrical. Then we said, for example, open this door there, and then you will see something. Or maybe you come from this door and you leave something unbelievable, and we just have to imagine what you see. Just, for example, a stupid idea, but then they go 10 minutes, and then they're gonna open this door and come in, and they're gonna show something. A good idea. For this, we said a good idea because we like to walk quickly, and then it's the same. If it's a ticket, in the end of the week, the Friday, we make a showing. We invite friends, just friends, not audience. We invite friends, and we make showing of the week. Then the best of the week, the best ticket of the week. Or sometimes tickets, it's also a bit because it can be really something very nothing but super emotional. You know, it depends. It can be something very original, for example, for movement or that we never saw before. For example, movement that we, what is this? I never saw something like this before. It can be ticket is something that you like it, or you have this, or you, I don't know. It's a bit very subjective. What is a ticket? But or sometimes it's a theatrical moment. It can be really something very, just one phrase or one. It depends, you know. It's really or an image. And in the Friday we make showing with the best of the week, you know. And then we talk also a lot. We talk a lot. What do you like, for example, this week? And then he gonna say, me, I like when you did this, when you did this. We have rules. For example, we never can say, I don't like when you did this. If you don't like, you don't say it. You just talk if you like it. If you don't like, you don't. It's a rules we have because this process of working is really, in the end, in the middle of the creation already, you start the big depression. Because you feel very empty. After a time, you feel really empty. Then you start really to see deeply in yourself. First, you look outside in the street. Good idea. I'm gonna do it tomorrow in the compo. And then after, you look also in family. My father, my mother, you know. And then in the end, you go really inside yourself also, and to take some stuff of yourself, and you can amplify it, and you know, create a new character with it. But it starts to be a bit personal, and if people say, I don't like what you made, it's super depressive. Then we have these rules. We never said, we feel it. If the dancer, if somebody do something and everybody is like this, okay, next one. Then you know, but it's normal also in this process. It's normal to make 10 compos, to have one super good and 9 for the garbage. You know, then I think it's hard for the dancer. Then we have some rules like this to take care of it. We can never say no, for example, to a theme. Also, we can never say no. We have to say yes. If you're not inspiring by the theme, you invent whatever you want. You can do something totally different. We will not ask you what is the link with the theme. You know then. But you have to say yes and do it and be happy. But. What else? Yeah, we have some rules like this, a bit to work. And then in the end, we work with the tickets. We also ask everybody, you have all these tickets for you. After 3 months of creation in studio, everything is open. In the studio, there is no judgment. You can do everything you want. Really, we really don't judge anything. Then everything is possible. And when we start editing the piece, we start to analyze and judge the character. There we can judge. We can say, okay, this woman, maybe this is too much. She's not gonna do this. This is not for her. This is. Then we create with the tickets, more or less. We ask them for them what is the order with what she's gonna start the piece. For example, she said, me, I'm gonna start with this. This is a bit the end of my character when I become crazy, and then it's more the end. Then they come with for them the line of the dramaturgy of their character, and then we put all the character. It's more or less like this. It's not real, but it's a bit like this. And we put all the vision of them for them, and then we start the editing. We said, okay. Okay, then she want to start like this, and then okay, then and in the end we there is a rule so that we have the last word in the editing. Then there is not so much discussion because the fights arrive very quick. Then we said we have the last word, and we choose, and then we start to do a bit like this, and then we edit the piece more or less. We edit the story, and we edit the. More or less like this.
molto interessante e molto divertente anche.
Thank you.
L'altro elemento che è emerso già da questa tua ultima dichiarazione è il lavoro estremo, no? Chiedete ai danzatori, ai performer di lavorare sempre sul limite. Perché questa scelta? Che cosa vuol dire il limite oggi in scena? Qual è il limite?
Yeah, limits. It's interesting for us because I don't know, in movement, in theater, I don't know, in movement. If you want to be original, or if you want to show something new or something, you have to explore. And to explore, you have to be where you never been before. We never have classes, for example. We don't like that somebody come and say dance is like this and this, and we don't want this. Everybody wants warm up alone, because you have to find in yourself what is good for you, what your body, how your body is. For example, they're going to be people that are really flexible with the fingers. And then maybe it's really interesting to develop it, if every day she maybe stretch more, maybe it will be really unbelievable what she's going to do with this. And to look what is a bit new and where something we never saw before. Then for us it's really important when we warm up the morning to think, okay, they warm up alone, and they feel how my body feel. If I was in the nightclub yesterday, then I feel really tired, and I need relaxing or stretching or muscle, or if I walk a lot, I need to just, depends how you feel the body. Then you feel your sensation, and the idea is to go where you've never been before. This is really important. And because also in dance we have habits, that I stretch like this and I go like this. And for us, this moment of warm-up, the body is also like a meditation, and the creation starts there. The brain of then we start to come inside, and then the creation, the image can come. Also, theatrical image for the afternoon can come. Then it's really important to be alone with yourself, and then there I've never been before there, and to every time push you to go where you've never been before. Then then you have to push yourself, and sometimes we like extreme limits also, because this I was there yesterday, and there I was there Monday already. Then and tomorrow we are Friday. I have to find new. Okay, then you have to go. You have to push the limits every time and go more far away to see. Then is this we talk a lot about limits, because it's like when we think we are in the limit, no, there is something after. When you think I can't there, it's too much. It's not too much. You can go much more. Then is this the limit is how to go more far away of the limit, and sometimes it's beautiful, because you see people, they really go super far away, and some stuff going out also. Some stuff going out of them, and it's really, for movement it's work a lot. After theatrically, I'm not an expert on it, but for movement it's really interesting, yeah. And theater is true that with this method of working with 3 months, it's really long, the process, and to ask them to create their own material, then they give so much, then it's a limit also. It's a limit. Also, we call our name on stage. Maria is Maria, Joss is Joss, Marie is Marie, or Sojin is Sojin. We use also our words, our names, because it's we are not actor. And in the first piece we made, I was Mark. My name is Franck, and I was Mark, and I don't feel it. Mark, they was going Mark, and I don't know if it's Franck. Suddenly, I'm myself. I'm me, and I don't have to play. I'm just Franck. Answer you. My action that I choose, my ticket, my action is very strong. I'm gonna take this water and throw it. The action is good. I don't have to play. I just have to be myself, Franck, and do this. Then it's for us. It's more easy to be ourselves with action that is not ourselves. that come from ourselves, but not ourselves. Yeah, something.
Bella questa cosa. Se provo io a fare quei movimenti col braccio mi portate via, portate all'ospedale. Domande del pubblico se ci sono, altrimenti vado avanti io con grande piacere.
È una piccola domanda, ma una piccola provocazione. Chiedete molto ai danzatori come li nutrite, cosa date loro. Sembra un po' uno slave market. Allora, in quanto interprete, richiesta.
No, of course, no, but it's also, I think for them it's much more interesting to create like this. Because I think if you go in a choreographer and they say, can you do this and do this and do this and shut up? Yeah, it's interesting, but if we said, okay, do something with this chair there, whatever you want, then okay, in the beginning you're gonna be, oh my god, what's I gonna do? But after a time, it's gonna be really easy to do something, and it's really creative. And after you're gonna go home, and you're not gonna stop creating. You're gonna go and cooking, and tomorrow maybe I can do this. Tomorrow I can do that, and it's really exciting. I think creating is really like this. It's really exciting. If you touch it, you can't come back to do this. No, it's impossible. Then I think we don't have to fit with thema. We fit them with thema. For example, we talk with them. For example, for your character, your character can be this woman or this woman or this woman, no, and maybe try something in this direction, and then you go and think, yeah, maybe this woman can do this. No, Then we push some thema, I think maybe it's pity if they was there, they can answer better than me. But I remember I was also in the dancer part, because we was dancer before, and I think this is really nice. Yeah, it's really the thema. I think is the thema, and the end, the place in this story is the fit, yeah, the food, yeah. I think, I don't know.
Caspita, tre braccia assieme. Cominciamo per galanteria dalla signora.
Buonasera, grazie dello spettacolo bellissimo. C'è una domanda. Mi è piaciuta molto la musica e quelle luci rosse sulla scena, che però secondo me in qualche modo creano un legame col presente e con la tecnologia. Perché sembravano suoni, non so, di cellulari o di un allarme o comunque elettronici. E quindi mi domando se c'era questa intenzione drammaturgica.
Possiamo riassumere la funzione drammaturgica della musica, forse.
Yes, okay, more or less in this piece, in 32, what you saw, we work with a thema, we call it the pop, also if it's classical, for like Asta Diva, for example, we call it like pop music, or because it's a tube, very famous. We like to use some kind of tubes like this because it's remember us, it's like a hypnosis, it's bring us in a certain memory in the past. For example, Pink Floyd in 32, for me, when I hear it, I see my sister there when I was young, and my sister having fun, and me very young and looking my sister having fun. I remember remember when I was young, and the song is like this, remember when you were young. And then the effect of the pop, the tube that we use is to have this effect that when we look, that we come back to a memory in the past, We use this kind of pop for it. And in this piece, we work on the structure that each character has a music. For example, Sojin, he has Agnus Dei from Bach. Then we choose Agnus Dei for Sojin. And we ask to arranger in English, somebody to arrange the music, arranger. We ask him different version of Agnus Dei. For example, in the end, we have this Agnus Dei with it's an organ, of a church organ, we record it. And we displug the electricity, then the organ do. you know, we displugged the, it's really bad to do this, it can break the organ, but we did it one time and but we create one unused day like this. We create one unused day for piano préparé, for example. We put stuff in the piano and bang, bang. We create one unused day with very baroque, boom, boom, very the more original. We create like 5 different unused day, and then each time Sojin gonna come on stage, we're gonna use one unused day for him. Then every time we're gonna see Sojin, it's gonna be unused day. But after he's going to come back, make another solo, it's going to be another unused day, but different version, very simple. It was the structure of this piece. It doesn't work in the end. We break it because sometimes it was 3 unused day in a row. It doesn't work. But we do the same for Stravinsky, L'Oiseau de Feu in the beginning, the first music. We did the same with Casta Diva. We make different arrangements. Then each character has and then after we have we call it the pop, no? The tube, the pop, and then after we have another layer of music. Maybe is what you talk about is more the sensation of the body of it's more the ambience, and it's also the sensation of the woman of the man. He's alone on stage and or he has afraid, and then we're gonna look for a sound that what he feel inside, you know, what he, you know. Then it's more ambience, but it's also what the sensation he has or the feeling he has. Then sometimes we use more electronic music for it because the electronic is more, it's more inside the body. You know, if you put a mic inside the body, you will hear like. Then we use 2 sides, the inside the body and what we feel, and then the music, the pop music. It can be a radio that somebody put on stage and is external music. Yeah. 2 kind of music. Yeah.
Domanda qui.
Hello, Franck. Now you said like you create, it's a very long process, so you have a lot of material, so you explained how you select the elements, but maybe you can say how you edit the piece also once you have all these elements, like because the pieces are usually pretty cinematographic. You play with the timing, with the sequence, going in the future, going in the past, and so maybe you can say a bit how you edit with Gabriela?
But we did with the ticket a bit, like I said before. We with the ticket we try to make story. After we try to follow the eyes of the audience. We have first plan, second plan, and then the first plan is what the eyes of the audience gonna look, and we have second plan. It can be 2, 3 plan behind. So it's nice to analyze where is the eyes of the audience, where goes the eyes, and then something happened there, then the eyes go there, then maybe after something can go to play with the eyes of the audience in the piece. But more or less is this. It's we guide the attention of the audience like this, more or less. I don't know if I answered the question.
Un'ultima domanda avevamo.
I joined this morning this Shakespeare multiplied by 5 tours, and basically 3 performances, a dance performance, one by Angelica Lieder and other by John Rowers, and the other is yours. And it was a good opportunity to compare the artistic style. And as Mr. Porcudou has expressed the other day, Angelica Lieder's is Teatro della Cruauté, really Teatro della Cruauté. The room was hottest one. She used was the hottest one, but there's ice cold. We can feel ice cold in this room because, and her direction was something like the actor should be 5 centimeters lower or something like that. So she was very harsh. And yours, the room is coolest one, but it was actually hottest. Because I think that in your case, personal sympathy between dancers a very important element. And Mr. Poquedou spoke about this long kiss scene in one of your production. And I would characterize your work as something expressing sensuality. And I think this sensuality element comes from personal sympathy between the dance performers. And at the end of the workshop, all the dancers go out and to the seashore, and they enjoy the freedom and so on. So they return back to the normal human being. And this shouldn't be there in the case of Angelica Lieder. Never be there. It must be an ice-cold relationship from the beginning to the end. And if I remember a little bit about Alain Prater, in the case of Alain Prater, there's some element of Teatro del Crote, because there's an element of torment in the case of Alain Prater, I think. So I think your company is very different from Alain Prater also, because in your case, it's a very warm, sympathetic relationship, one to the other. Whereas in many companies, it is not the case. I want to just ask whether I'm getting at the right direction.
Thank you. Yeah, we more and more also we like to go in the head of the father, of the mother, of the human, the man, the woman, to go in his head. The last piece we made, Aloué, it's really this. It's a creator, and it's a woman, Madame. She creates a story, and the daughter of the creator, and with this crisis moment that. And all the dots of the creator, and we really work to go in her head, and then it's nice, because if you go in the head of a person, you discover all the fears, all the fragility, all the doubts, all the moment of I just can't do it anymore, I just abandon it. You see all these human parts, and because when you're alone, it's different than where you're in front of the people. Then is this to discover the fragility, and in Aloué it's more than 32. I think you can see more the fragility of this Madame, this creator. And I don't know if it's this what we are talking about, but
Benissimo. Io mi fermerei qui. Grazie a Franck Chartier,
Thank you
grazie a
very
Peeping
much.
Tom, grazie a voi. Appuntamento tra pochissimo.
Thank you.